Hey Boy Scout, care to join our club of cancelled game franchises?
No!
We've got free coffee.
What's the matter, you freaking stupid?
I was like you once. I was king of the world. Now I sell drugs behind Denny's. My game was on every platform known to man. I had spin-off after spin-off. My crowning achievement was on the Sega Genesis. Tell me, have you ever been to Brazil?
You are terrible! It's starting to bore me how much you suck!
Say, I've got a copy in my truck. Would you like to go play? Wait, come back here. Ooh, Starbucks. Yes, do you have Gamer Girl bathwater? Alright everyone, let this little furry bastard tell you the story about Duke Nukem on the Sega Genesis.
Cerveza cristal. Cerveza cristal.
Greetings everyone,
WolfinZ here, and today we're going to be taking a trip to Brazil. Duke Nukem 3D needs no introduction. It's one of the most iconic boomer shooters. However, it seems like general gamers only think there are two Duke Nukem games, Dookie Nukem Forever, and you know, the good one, Land of the Babes.
The man is so well hung. Right on. I can dig it.
Thank you.
But there's actually a pretty hefty amount of Duke Nukem spin-offs and ports, and a lot of these ports are so different they can be considered different games entirely. Duke Nukem 64 infamously replaced the porno store with a gun store and the strip club with a Duke burger. It's like the developers thought that Duke Nukem 3D wasn't American enough. There's a lot of weird changes in this game, and I would like to cover it in more detail. However, Duke 64 is too good for today's video. Hell, Duke Nukem Advanced is too good for today's video. We're going to be taking a look at Duke Nukem for the Sega Mega Drive, baby! When it comes to gaming, we have it good in the US. We can walk into a store and buy a new console at market price, even if there are no games to play.
One game, I don't know why. I bought a PS5 with no games to buy.
In other countries, gaming can be considerably more expensive, especially in Brazil in the 90s. Gaming was taxed as a non-essential good, thus making importing games and devices like the Super Nintendo incredibly expensive. Often, if you wanted to get a hold of a game, piracy was your best option. Sega realized that maybe people wouldn't pirate their games if they made them available, and thus they started selling Master Systems and Sega Mega Drives in Brazil at market price. It was a great move on Sega's behalf because new Mega Drive systems were still sold in Brazil as of last year. In the late 90s, Duke 3D was a smash hit and getting ported to every current gen console under the sun, when suddenly an anomaly appeared. Out of nowhere, Duke Nukem 3D for the Sega Genesis shat its way onto the scene. Let's boot up Kega Fusion and give the ROM a go. After a couple logos, you are greeted to the game's famous cover art and all of its Army of Darkness rip-off glory. The Genesis soundboard is famous for sounding like a series of wet farts, and this rendition of the Duke theme does it no favors.
Holy crap, Lois! This is just like the time I was trapped in an elevator with Pyrocynical.
Alright, so when we start up the game, the first thing you will notice is that you should have played blindfolded, because dear god, this is grating on the eyes. The entire game is based off of Lunar Apocalypse, you know, everyone's favorite Duke 3D episode. When playing the game, you absolutely want to make sure that you're using the 6-button control scheme instead of 3-button, otherwise you will not have the ability to strafe, which will get you killed. Even when I do strafe, it feels like the enemies do an unfair amount of damage. Fuck! Fuck! This is just the opening level. It shouldn't be this hard. The assault troopers can be really annoying, but the sentries are a real pain in the ass. In the original game, people complained about the sentries being annoying. So you know what they did? They made them an insta-kill. Yeah, as soon as they touch you, you're dead. This is the easiest difficulty too. Real smart move. On the bright side of things, the Mighty Foot made its way into the game, although a coughing baby would stand a better chance. Pretty much everything people like about the original Duke 3D has been stripped from this game. Stripped. The music? Gone. The fun level design? Gone. The interactivity? Gone. The humor? None to be found here, my friend.
Much better.
I could potentially forgive all of that if the gameplay was fun, but it feels like a weird, watered-down Wolfenstein 3D, and I rarely ever play Wolf 3D, because Doom did everything it did, but better. My morbid curiosity makes me want to see more of what this game has to offer, but I genuinely can't make it past the first level. It's infuriating to play. There is no beer, no babes, and no balls of steel here. All that remains is one castrated Duke. This is definitely one of those cases where the existence of a game is more fascinating than the product itself. Duke 3D was published by Tectoy, Sega's distributor in Brazil. The funny thing about this game is the questionability of its legality. 3D Realms, the developers of this game, claim that this was an unauthorized port. However, Tectoy swears that they got the rights through Duke 3D's publisher, GT Interactive. The thing is that GT Interactive went bankrupt at the turn of the century, so there is no mortal way of knowing if this game is legit or not. I love the Genesis and its library, more than most people do, but even I can see that its hardware simply can't handle a first-person shooter. And I'm sorry if that upsets all 3 Zero Tolerance fans out there. Hey guys, WolfinZ here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a little weird topic, but I just wanted to talk about a weird port of one of my favorite games. Anyways, I had fun working on this, and I hope you enjoyed the video too. Let me know if you'd like to see me cover more Duke Nukem games in the future, and leave a suggestion for what you would like to see me cover next. In the meantime, rock on and wolf out.
I'll find that scout if it's the last thing I do. Watch out! Ooh, sorry about that. Ooh. Ah!
When it's time to change, you won't know how. It won't matter years from now. No matter what you think or do or say, everything turns gray.